University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Over the last few nights, 14 alumni teams have gamely entertained us with displays of what they have and haven't learned from their years at university. The 4 teams with the highest winning scores from those first-round matches have earned themselves the dubious privilege of playing again, now for a place in the series final. In the first heat of the series, the Edinburgh team beat 4 Leicester alumni in a fast and well-fought match. They breezed through sets on albums of 1971 and rainy scenes in film, but struggled somewhat with science. Their lineup is unchanged and comprises an architectural critic and editor, a chef, food writer and restaurateur, a comedian and actor, and an expert in Latin American literature and culture. Let's meet the Edinburgh team again.
Hello, I'm Cass Slessor. I studied architecture at Edinburgh University, graduating in 1984, and I'm now an architecture critic, writer and editor.
Hi, my name's Thomasina Myers. I left Edinburgh in 1999, having studied modern languages, and I am a chef, food writer and restaurateur.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Miles Jupp. I'm an actor and writer. I studied divinity at Edinburgh University between 1999 and 2005.
Hi, I'm Phil Swanson. I graduated from Edinburgh in the mid-1980s with a PhD in Hispanic Studies. I'm now an academic and writer specialising in Latin American literature and culture, and I'm a keen advocate for the learning and teaching of modern foreign languages and cultures.
Now, the team representing Bradford are here at the expense of the University of Winchester, who, despite several valiant rallies, never quite got within touching distance of them. They appeared to have slept through most of the summer's sport, but answered well on 1980s music and the geography of Christmas tree production. Miss Ribeiro Addy has been called away on parliamentary business since their first match, so tonight the university is represented by a professor of software systems engineering, an archaeologist who specialises in Neolithic Britain and Europe, a property expert and presenter of Homes Under the Hammer, and the former editor of the BBC's Political Research Unit. Let's meet the Bradford team.
Hello, I'm Anthony Finkelstein. I graduated in 1981 in Manufacturing Systems Engineering, and currently I am the president of City University of London.
Hi, I'm Julian Thomas. I graduated in Archaeological Sciences in 1981, and I'm now Professor of Archaeology at the University of Manchester.
And this is their captain.
Hello, I'm Martin Roberts. I got a degree in Electrical and Electronic Engineering from Bradford University in 1985. I'm a TV property expert and also a children's book author, including Sadsville, which is in support of the NSPCC and helps children with their mental well-being.
Hello, I'm David Cowling. I graduated in 1971 in History and Politics, and I'm now currently a Senior Visiting Research Fellow at King's College, London.
Well, you all just about demonstrated that you understand the rules in your first-round matches, but in case you need a reminder, starter questions are solo efforts answered on the buzzer, and the first player to answer correctly wins a set of bonuses for their team, on which they may confer. So, fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. In standard British spelling, what 2-vowel combination begins 3 words and names meaning an accumulation of fluid in human tissue, the scientific study of wine, and the King of Thieves?
Edinburgh Slessor.
OE.
OE is correct. Your bonuses are on novels that featured train journeys. In each case, give the title from the description. Firstly, the Miss Marple novel by Agatha Christie, in which Mrs. McGillicuddy believes she has witnessed a murder on a train on the track adjacent to hers.
It's like the 410 from Paddington, I think it's.
It's something from Paddington.
The 410 from Paddington?
That's the 450 from Paddington. Patricia Highsmith's debut novel, it includes the line, "Some people are better off dead, like your wife and my father, for instance."
Strangers on a Train.
Strangers on a Train.
Correct. And finally, first published in 1983, Lisa St Aubin de Terrain's semi-autobiographical account of her nomadic existence in Europe as a teenager.
Can't remember.
We can't remember.
That's The Slow Train to Milan. 10 points for this. The Sugar Plum Fairy, Candy, Little Joe and Holly are people mentioned in which 1973 single? It was described as a hymn to New York and the Warhol
Edinburgh
Underground.
Slessor.
Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed.
Correct. Your bonuses are unpaired words. That is, words without natural opposites or with opposites only rarely used, for example, ruthless or deceitful. Give each word from the definition. Firstly, a word meaning unmoving, motionless or immobile. It is often used to describe elements in Group 18 of the periodic table.
Inert.
Inert, yeah.
Inert.
Correct. A word describing a violent way of leaving a premises. It has been used specifically in connection with incidents occurring in Prague in 1419,
defenestration.
1483 and 1618.
Defenestration.
Correct. A word meaning shy, reserved or diffident. The word is the name of a character in a Walt Disney animated film of 1937.
Bashful.
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 Bashful is correct. 10 points for this. What domestic location links all of these? Novels by Banana Yoshimoto and Amy Tan, a series of published diaries by Nigel Slater, and the term
Brentford Finkelstein.
Kitchen.
kitchen is correct. Well done. Your bonuses are on people who died in 1921. Identify each person from the description. Firstly, an operatic tenor who died in Naples in 1921, aged 48. He made his London debut in 1902 and was one of the first singers whose repertoire was recorded for the gramophone.
Tito Gobi. Who? Tito Gobi or Caruso? Caruso.
Caruso.
Caruso is correct. Secondly, a German music teacher and composer whose most successful work was the 1893 opera based on the fairy tale Hansel and Gretel.
Offenbach.
Offenbach.
No, that is Engelbert Humperdinck. And finally, a French composer who died in Algiers. His works include the opera Henry VIII and the Suite Algérienne.
Poulenc.
Poulant.
No, it wasn't Poulenc, it was Sanson. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a diagram showing a cocktail. 10 points if you can give me the name of the cocktail.
Edinburgh Myers.
Manhattan. Cosmopolitan.
Now, I have to take the first answer you give, and you were incorrect on the first answer. So we can offer the whole thing to Bradford.
Brentford Roberts.
Cosmopolitan?
Correct.
Thank you.
Following on from the Cosmopolitan, your picture bonuses are similar diagrams of 3 more vodka cocktails, which can be enjoyed responsibly over the festive season. 5 points for each you can name. Firstly,
Ginger beer, lime juice and vodka. Ooh, crikey.
Looks disgusting.
Yeah. No idea on that one. Ginger beer. Limes.
no, it's a Moscow Mule. Secondly, give the specific name of this martini created by a fictional character.
Gimlet.
Could be.
Gimlet?
No, it's a Vesper, created by James Bond in Casino Royale. And finally,
Oh, that's the thing you have in the mornings. Bloody Mary. isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bloody Mary.
it is a Bloody Mary, yes. Right, 10 points for this. Symbiotic Planet is a 2008 book by which biologist, a proponent of endosymbiotic theory, and with James Lovelock of the Gaia hypothesis? That's Lynn Margulis. Right, 10 points for this starter question. Belgium in 1962, Italy in 1966, Norway in 1978, Iceland in 1989, and the United Kingdom in both 2003 and 2021 are among the entrants to have obtained what dubious achievement?
Bradford Roberts.
0 point.
Yes, it's getting 0 at the Eurovision Song Contest. Well done. Your bonus questions are on pioneers in the sciences. Grace Hopper was a mathematician who developed the programming language Flowmatic, which evolved into what common business programming language?
COBOL.
COBOL.
COBOL is correct. Often cast as a femme fatale in the 1930s, who became an amateur engineer during World War II and patented the invention of a frequency-hopping signal to jam radio-controlled torpedoes?
It's a famous film starlet.
Yes.
It's not Ava Gardner. It's not Tilda.
Greta Garbo.
No, it's Hedy Lamarr.
Hedy Lamarr.
Controversially, as she was unaware of it, the cancer patient Henrietta Lacks has helped medical research since 1953, when her cells became the first human cells to be cloned. What is the name of these cells?
Cell line, cancer cell line, but I can't remember the name.
Well, we don't have a full answer, but cancer cell line.
Well, that won't do. They're HeLa cells. 10 points for this. Taken from the title of a play by Patrick Hamilton and a film starring Ingrid Bergman, what word has come to be used for the process of tricking a person into questioning...
Edinburgh Slessor.
Gaslight.
Gaslighting is correct, yes. You get 3 bonuses on the biographer Selina Hastings. In each case, name the person described who's the subject of a biography by Hastings. In 1985, firstly, Selina Hastings published a biography of which daughter of Lord Redesdale? Her first major novel was The Pursuit of Love. I need a given name and a surname.
Nancy Mitford.
Nancy Mitford is correct. Subtitled An Appetite for Life, a 2020 biography by Hastings concerns which writer who died in 2006? Her works include A Legacy and A Favourite of the Gods.
It's Sybil Bedford. Sybil Bedford.
Sybil Bedford.
Sybil Bedford is correct. Reviews noted that Hastings' biography of which satirical novelist was sympathetic because, like her subject, the biographer adores gossip, and also that he was the most complicated of men. The author in question died in 1966.
It's not Noel Coward.
2.
Did he die then?
Noel Coward?
You said novelist.
Oh, a novelist.
No, satirist.
Satirist.
No, should we have a Coward? No, Coward?
No, it's Evelyn Waugh. 10 points for this. Usually hyphenated, what 2-word term has 2 usages? The first refers to a light-hearted post-war US architectural style, also known as space age or coffee shop modern. The second is a variety of vocal group music characterised by the use of nonsense syllables accompanying the lead. Bands of this genre include the Moonglows and Dion and the Belmonts.
Bradford Finkelstein.
Doo-wop.
Doo-wop was correct. Well done. Your bonuses are on actors who've played Charles Dickens. Which actor played Charles Dickens in the 2017 film The Man Who Invented Christmas? He also played Matthew Crawley in the TV series Downton Abbey.
Hugh, what's his name, is it?
Sorry?
Not Hugh...
No, it's not Hugh.
Dunno.
We don't know.
That was Dan Stevens. Secondly, which actor played Dickens in The Invisible Woman? His other roles include Magwitch in the 2012 film adaptation of Great Expectations.
This round is not looking good. We don't know.
That was Ralph Fiennes. Which actor played Dickens in both the 2005 Doctor Who episode The Unquiet Dead and the one-man stage show The Mystery of Charles Dickens?
Simon Callow.
Simon Callow.
Correct. Well done. So we're going to take a music round now with the scores on 60 apiece. We're going to have a piece of classical music for your starter. 10 points if you can name its Russian composer.
Bradford Finkelstein.
Prokofiev.
Prokofiev is correct. It's part of his troika from his Lieutenant Kijé suite, which makes heavy use of sleigh bells. Your music bonuses are 3 more pieces of classical music featuring sleigh bells. In each case, I want you to name the composer. First, the Austrian composer of this symphony.
Austrian.
Offenbach, I don't know.
Offenbach. Is he Austrian? Yes. Offenbach.
And that was Gustav Mahler. And secondly, another Austrian composer who wrote this dance.
I mean, if we've got Russian composers, we're going to have Tchaikovsky sooner or later,
It's
aren't
not
we?
Russian, though.
This is Austrian.
Austrian.
Yeah. Offenbach again?
No, I don't know whether he's even Austrian.
Any ideas? No.
Strauss.
Strauss, it might be. Doesn't sound Straussian, but we'll say Strauss.
No, that's Mozart. And finally,
Famous?
the American composer of this light piece.
This is. What's the Gershwin? It's Gershwin.
Gershwin.
No, that's Leroy Anderson. Right, 10 points for this. Radical lesbian separatists, sexually fluid millennials, mad housewives, and middle-aged cleaning ladies are reviewers' descriptions of characters in which recent Booker Prize-winning novel by Bernardine Evaristo?
Edinburgh Swanson.
Woman.
No, I'm afraid if you buzz, you must answer straight away.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm going to offer it to you, Bradford.
Bradford Thomas.
Girl, woman, other.
Girl, woman, and other is correct. Right, so you get the set of bonuses, Bradford. They are on rabbits and hares in Renaissance art. In the collection of the Louvre, the Madonna of the Rabbit is a work of around 1530 by which Venetian artist?
Venetian. Veronese is a Venetian artist.
Canaletto?
No, definitely not. Giorgione, I don't know. Veronese.
Caravaggio.
Caravaggio.
No, it's by Titian.
Titian.
Related by marriage to the Bellini family, which artist includes rabbits in his Agony in the Garden? His other works include The Lamentation over the Dead Christ.
Pick a random artist. No.
No, we don't know.
Just anything. Oh, we don't know.
It's Mantegna. Remarkable for its precise draftsmanship, Young Hair is a watercolour of 1502 by which German artist?
Dürer.
Albrecht Dürer.
Albrecht Dürer.
Dürer.
Albrecht Dürer is correct. Well done. 10 points for this. Denoting a cephalopod fossil, what is the title of a film released in the UK in 2021?
Edinburgh Slesser.
Ammonite.
Ammonite is correct. Your bonuses are on Dante. 2021 marked the septennial of his death, meaning sweet new style in English. What is the Italian name of the literary movement with which Dante is most associated?
I don't know.
Any thoughts? No idea.
It's the Dolce Stil Nuovo. In Dante's Inferno, the second circle of hell is populated by those who succumb to which of the 7 deadly sins? The narrator of the work meets Achilles, Tristan, and Helen of Troy there.
Vanity? Vanity? I don't know.
Vanity?
No, it's lust. Which Italian poet and scholar wrote the biography Life of Dante and delivered the first public lectures on the Divine Comedy in the 1370s?
1370s.
No idea.
That was Boccaccio. 10 points for this. The purple-headed mountain, the ripe fruits in the garden, and the cold wind in the winter are among the lines of which song?
Edinburgh Jump.
All Things Bright and Beautiful.
All Things Bright and Beautiful is correct. You get this set of bonuses on films directed by Gurinder Chadha. In each case, name the film from the description. Firstly, a story based on Safraz Manzoor's memoir, Greetings from Berry Park. It concerns a Bruce Springsteen-obsessed British Asian teenager in 1980s Luton.
Something to do with the light. Something, the light. The Springsteen lyric about the light.
It's not Blinded by the Light. It's,
I think that is Blinded by the Light.
Blinded by the Light is correct.
Well done.
Secondly, a comedy drama about an intergenerational group of Birmingham-based Asian women and their day trip to Blackpool Beach.
Bargee on the Beach.
Bargee on the Beach.
Bargee on the Beach is correct. And finally, a 2004 Bollywood retelling of a Jane Austen novel. It concerns Mrs. Bakshi's search for eligible husbands for her daughters.
Bride and Prejudice, I think.
Is it Bride and Prejudice?
Bride and Prejudice is correct. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a still from a film. For 10 points, give me the film's title.
Edinburgh Swanson.
The Apartment.
The Apartment is correct. Well done. Billy Wilder's The Apartment ends with the New Year's Eve party. For your picture bonuses, you're going to see 3 more significant New Year's Eve celebrations from films. Again, you have to name the film in each case. Firstly,
Don't know at all what that is.
No idea.
Dead Poets Society or something?
Yeah,
Dead Poets Society?
no, it's The Long Day Closes. Secondly,
That's
Ralph Fiennes.
Strange Days. Strange Days?
Strange Days?
Strange Days is correct. And finally,
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Is it 8 and a half? No. What's the recent one?
It's Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread.
Phantom Thread is correct. 10 points for this. Located on a peninsula to the northeast of the country's short border with North Korea, which city is the eastern terminus of the Trans-Siberian Railway?
Edinburgh's Lesser.
Vladivostok?
Vladivostok is correct. These bonuses are on people who participated in the Fulbright Scholar Programme, founded 75 years ago. Name each person from the description. Firstly, winner of the Outstanding Contribution to Music Award at the 2004 Classical Brits, a US soprano who performed at the Beijing Olympics and at Barack Obama's inauguration.
No idea at all.
That's Renee Fleming. Secondly, the US literary figure who wrote a novel under the pseudonym Victoria Lucas. Her poetry collections include Ariel and the Colossus and other poems.
Sylvia Plath.
Sylvia Plath.
Sylvia Plath is correct. Born in Inverness, the leader of the Liberal Democrats from 1999 to 2006.
Charles Kennedy.
Correct. Right, 10 points for this. Which poet wrote the couplet, "Kind hearts are more than coronets, and simple faith than Norman blood"? The lines appearing in his 1842 work, Lady Clara Vere de Vere.
Edinburgh Swanson.
Gerald Manley Hopkins.
No, anyone want to Buster Bradford?
Bradford Finkelstein.
Tennyson.
Tennyson is correct, yes. You get these set of bonuses. They're on compound words. In each case, give the word from the description. Firstly, conflating two familiar terms, a generic 8-letter word that refers to online resources. The OED says it is often a conscious use of incorrect terminology to emphasise a person's lack of knowledge about or objection to new technology.
Online resources.
Don't know. We need to answer quickly, I think. No, pass. We don't know.
It's the interweb. A verb defined in the OED as to explain needlessly, overbearingly or condescendingly in a manner thought to reveal a patronising or chauvinistic attitude.
Can't hear.
Mansplain.
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 Yes.
Yeah.
Mansplain.
Mansplaining is correct. Yes, you've never heard of it?
No.
But you've done it. A disdainful blanket term for activities such as football, cricket or rugby. If you search for it in the OED website, it asks, did you mean shortfall, short wall or spitball?
No.
No.
We don't know.
It's sports ball. 10 points for this. Gift, joy, ice, harvest, horse and weapon are among modern English names for characters in somewhat varied forms of which early alphabet?
Bradford Finkelstein.
Runic.
Runic is correct, yes. You get 3 questions on a French author. Born in 1873, which French author's works include Ripening Seed and The Last of Cherie? She was played by Keira Knightley in a film of 2018.
Celine.
No.
De Sartre.
No, it's
Come on, let's have it.
Story writer.
Story writer.
Short story writer.
Come on.
We don't know.
We don't know.
It's Colette. Set partly in the Parisian dance halls, which novella by Colette has a name meaning homeless wanderer or unsettled person?
We need to get on with this, don't we?
Yeah.
We don't know.
It's The Vagabond. Which novel by Colette was adapted into an Oscar-winning film with Leslie Caron playing the leading role?
Gigi. Is it?
Could be.
Gigi.
Gigi is correct. 10 points for this. Taken from the first lines of the Latin Psalm 130 and meaning from the depths, what title is generally...
Edinburgh Jump.
De Profundis.
De Profundis is correct. Well done. Your bonuses are on consorts of British monarchs. In each case, name the person from their predecessor and successor as consort. A single name is sufficient in each case. Firstly, which consort came after Isabella of France and before Anne of Bohemia?
Eleanor? I don't know.
I can't hear this.
Eleanor. Try
Eleanor?
No, it's Philippa. Who came after Catherine of Valois and before Elizabeth Woodville?
Sorry? Philippa?
No, it's Margaret of Anjou. And who came after Adelaide of Saxe-Meiningen and before Alexandra of Denmark?
Charlotte, as a guess.
Charlotte.
No, it's Prince Albert.
Oh.
Right, 10 points for this. In mathematics, what is the limit of the sequence 1 plus the reciprocal of n, all raised to the power of n, as n tends to infinity?
Bradford Finkelstein.
1.
No. It's E or Euler's number. 10 points for this. Elastin, gluten, keratin and collagen are members of what general class of biomolecule?
Edinburgh Jump.
Amino acids?
No.
Bradford Finkelstein.
Protein.
Protein is correct. You get the set of bonuses. There are shorter words that can be made using any of the 8 letters of the word solstice. Give each word from the definition. Firstly, a small bone, for example, any of the 3 that transmit sound vibrations from the eardrum to the inner ear.
There's the hammer and anvil, but doesn't. Solstice doesn't. Can't do
Come on.
We don't know.
It's ossicle. Secondly, the French word for linen, cloth or canvas. It is also used as a term for a draft version of a garment made up by a designer to test a pattern.
We don't know, again.
It's toile. And finally, a member of the ancient Greek school of philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium. I bet you were going to get that too. Bad luck. Well, you didn't do it, Bradford, but you went out in a pretty distinguished fashion, I thought.
Thank you.
125 is a great score, so many congratulations to you, but we're going to have to say goodbye to you. Edinburgh, you go through to the final. Congratulations. And I hope you can join us next time for the second semi-final. But until then, it's goodbye from Bradford University.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Edinburgh University.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.